Hey y'all, Natalie here today, and I have this mixed media layout, and it's just because it's not for any assignment, but I am using my Shimmerz. I have a Vibes palm reader and a, let's see, what's the other one called? Into the Woods, and that's from the new kit that just came out in January, which I love. So what I'm doing is I have a clear gesso page here, and I've just sprayed those two greens, and I've spritzed them with water to add additional liquid, and I'm just moving the page around. I want them to blend. I just want a really pretty wash of color. I'm going to allow it to dry on its own. I don't want all the hard lines that I have sometimes. I did a weird squiggle there, so the beauty of gesso here is I can just wipe it off. So I do that, and you see that I do that a few other times. Now, I do love the pretty wash that does happen, but you can see the scrape lines from the gesso. I'm cool with that. It's a texture and I like it, but if you don't like that, then you should probably use like a circular technique, maybe your finger to smooth it out better, because on this one I just used a scraping tool. So yeah, so there we have it. I was just making sure that I got the colors that I wanted, and adding more of that into the woods. It's a really pretty color. That's the new one from the kit this month. So I do still want the concentration, so even though I'm not going to use my heat tool to dry it, I am going to leave a pool sitting, and I let it sit for a little while, so the concentrated color stayed there. It was really hard for me to not use my heat tool. I'm super impatient. But I am dabbing up a little bit of the color so that it'll dry faster. So there you have it, and you can look at that shimmer. It's like this gold shimmer in there. It's so pretty. So now I'm going to add some splatter. So I use the same two, the Vibes palm reader and the Vibes Into the Woods, to add splatter, and then I also use a black Vibes, which is also from the January Shimmerz kit, called Before Dawn, and it makes these really great concentrated black splatters. So I'm really happy with that, how that turned out. And this is just another page for our recent trip to Disney World in our album. So there's not a lot of journaling going on, and I'm just getting the pages down and scrapped, and my favorite photos get their own pages, and this was one of my favorites of me and my husband, so that's what's going on here. Just a super simple page that came together. So I trimmed off the edges of some of this 8.5 by 11, and I have adhered it down to a piece of black cardstock, and there we are. Oh, and I pulled out this paper from Heidi Swap, the Wolfpack collection. It matches really well with the greens and the blacks. So I trimmed the photo down, and I just grab a black doily, and I just grab a couple of the scraps really from another project that I used this Wolfpack collection on. And so I just rip a couple pieces of paper here for the background behind the photo. And by rip, I mean cut. No, I only wanted like the bottom section ripped, so I trimmed it to the size I wanted to peek out from below. And then I'll just rip that one strip. And then I add that stripe paper. That is one of my favorite papers from the Wolfpack collection. I really love that. And what are we doing here? Oh, and these are super old Heidi Swap stickers. They're a silver glitter. And then this pack of ephemera is from Fancy Pants, and it's called Magnolia Moments. And so we stayed at the Port Orleans Hotel. So it's like, New Orleans themed. And so this Magnolia Moments collection was really perfect for that type of theme. Very southern, old, southern charm. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for, charm. So pick out that lantern and some florals, and just trying to go through and decide what I would like to go best. I want a little black heart, and I decided we need a little more floral up there with the lantern, so I just make a little cluster up here and I'm being frugal, I guess, with my die cuts. I don't really know why I did that. I shouldn't have done that. Just left the whole die cut there. But anyway, I am trimming off the side of that one, and now I'm adhering everything down. I just kind of moved the photo over because I had the papers below it how I wanted, so I'm just going to adhere them down one at a time and keep them kind of in the spot that I want them. And I'm not using any foam or anything. Like I said, this is just like a get it on the page and get it in the album kind of thing. Quick page come together. This is a pretty location. That's actually where my brother and sister-in-law were supposed to get married, on the lawn there, and then rain was coming. It was the only day rain was forecasted, but it ended up being a blessing, and that's a good story to tell in my album. But they ended up getting married at the wedding pavilion at the Floridian Hotel, and it was so amazingly gorgeous. Adding some Wolfpack puffy sticker there with a puffy heart. And I'm just going to let that be my I Heart Us, is going to be my title. And then you'll see here at the end, photos are coming up, but there was just something else I needed. And so I end up using like a strip from a Tim Holtz sticker pack, and it's like a black word strip, and it really anchors the page. And that's what I added down below, and I really like the way it turned out. So I fiddle around and find a place for that black heart, and add a few more splatters because I covered some of them up and I want them to be more bold. And that's about it. So thanks for watching today. You guys, please subscribe, give me a like, and follow me over on Instagram. I'll link everything down below. And thanks for watching, y'all.